What's going on, guys? It's your girl, the Canadian Leroy here, and I'm back to doing commentaries because right now it's about 2 in the morning, and I thought about doing a commentary on my personal opinion on Chapter 5 as a whole. Now, spoiler alert, I'm going to spoil the entire video already, but I do not like Chapter 5. If you like it, all the power to you. It's just me personally. I've not really enjoyed Chapter 5. It also could do with personal reasons, which I will not get into. And for the sake of moving on from these past things that are happening, which are not good, what happened, I will not go over them for a simple fact that I don't want to bring up this person, stuff like that. But that was not mainly the issue with this chapter. It wasn't just the same issue I had for season OG. It was not just for that reason. It was just of things I didn't enjoy in game, and it didn't just have to do with personal reasons. So let's get into it. Now, I've already made the thumbnail before making this video because I wanted to do something different, and it looks like y'all are thinking I'm heavily going to focus on the new metaverse that Fortnite's doing, which I am going to talk about because it did start with Chapter 5. So I'm going to quickly get those out of the way and my personal opinions on them because they do have to do with Chapter 5 because they launched with Chapter 5 a couple days or a week or two after the new chapter. I can't remember. It's been a long time. It's about to be a year since Chapter 5 started. It's insane how much time has passed. But anyways, besides that, what do I think of the game modes? I've already done a video on this, so I'm just going to quickly get this out of the way. Rocket racing is, before it wasn't my cup of tea, and I was very annoyed by the mode. Now I'm kind of, in the middle. I don't like the mode, but I don't hate it. I'll play it sometimes when I'm bored, but for the most part, I'm either doing it because I'm bored or because there's specific challenges I want to do to get free cosmetics to add to my car thing. Since I am personally becoming a kind of car person, not over the top, it's just kind of a side thing. I do enjoy some cars if you're curious. My favorite supercar is McLaren, as well as Lamborghini. And my favorite car, like a casual car, has to be BMW. Anyways, enough with car topics. Rocket racing is just it's alright. It's alright. It's an alright game mode. Now, Lego is boring. I have full right to say this, but I have played Minecraft on legitimately every gen console. Chapter it was I first played on Xbox 360, and I played it on PlayStation 3. Then I played it on PS4, and I played a little bit on PS5 when I had it. But yeah, and Lego Fortnite is basically Minecraft, except Lego and Fortnite 5. And in hindsight, to me, that's boring. To me personally, if you enjoy Lego, Fortnite, and Minecraft, absolutely all power to you. It's just personally to me, it's not my cup of tea. Anyways, it did get a huge update recently, which did help the game a little bit, but it's still not really for me. It's just boring to me. Anyways, now time to the last game mode they added, which was Festival, and I'm gonna say it hands down the best mode in the game, hands down. If you don't know me, I am a huge fan of music. I mean, everyone is. Music makes the world go round. But I love a lot of different musics. Every single kind. There has not been a single genre I've listened to that I've absolutely despised or hated. And Fortnite Festival, if you don't know, every week we get a new set of jam tracks. Recently, they've been a little bit lacking, to say the least. They've been only doing three or four, or just doing three or four from a certain artist, or just 3 or 4 random ones, which is not terrible. At least we're getting them. But before we were always getting 6 or 8 of them, so it's kind of they've been like slowing down on it, and probably because they don't want to overwork their workers because they did um, fire off a bunch of them. But let's not get into that discussion. That happened a year or two ago. So yeah. Anyways, Fortnite Festival, incredible mode. That's kind of partially why I'm such a high level because I play it like legitimately every single day when I get on. I always have to play it because, yeah. Anyways, that is it for, as everyone likes to call it, Metaverse slop, which I don't think they're slop in general, but how they've been treating it with other things that I'm going to actually get to now kind of makes some of the modes ugh. So let's get to that. So the main complaint that I have for these metaverse modes, specifically Lego, is they have this new thing where if it doesn't have a Lego, it won't come back. A very strong instance with that is recently Bruno Mars, aka Silk Sonic, returned to the shop after like 700 something days. I can't remember. And they just brought back the skin, the 2 skins, mind you, and the pickaxe for Anderson Paak. That's I don't like that at all. Um, and a lot of people didn't like it either, and it's just getting annoying because they didn't bring back the music track and they didn't bring back the emotes. And why is that? It's because the emotes don't have a Lego. They didn't update the emotes to Lego, and also the music track is not a jam track. So basically, in hindsight, in their thought, they can't re-release it, which makes zero sense because there's John Wick who's came back every month, the giant chicken, a bunch of skins that don't have Legos, as well as their emotes and all their other things, don't have a Lego counterpart, but they bring it back. But for certain cosmetics, they don't bring it back. It's weird. It's that's why I've just generally that's why I have such a kind of hatred for Lego because it's kind of just ruined the shop. And yeah, speaking of shops, these shops have not been the best. Partially because the same collaborations came back every month. Now, here's the thing, I don't want people to not get cosmetics they enjoy or collaborations. It's just that how they've been doing the shops have been just ugh. Which it's good. In hindsight, this is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. A good thing is where, like, oh, you're a fan of Family Guy and you like the giant chicken and you missed out on Peter, or you have Peter and you want the giant chicken to have your collection of Family Guy skins because that's what you enjoy. Or John Wick. Or Lady Gaga, Weekend. You're a fan of them. You don't need to worry because you know they're going to come back a month later because that's what they're doing, which is in hindsight a good thing, but at the same time, it's annoying. Once you already own the cosmetic and just seeing it in the shop, it just feels ugh. Again, I'm not saying I don't want people get owning any skins. I want people to enjoy the stuff I enjoy as well as they and what people enjoy. But it's just like I said, it goes both ways. It's a good thing and it's also a bad and annoying thing. Anyways, let's actually get to the deeper reason why, because those were like small nitpicky things and not really like horrendous and ruin my look on the chapter super heavily. So I had to clip out that part because we died, so I had to clip that out. Anyways, so let's actually get to the bigger reasons why I do not enjoy this chapter. One thing I genuinely do not like about this chapter is the locations. Now, obviously, every season the map changes, but with chapter 5, it feels like they add on to the map, which is cool, but at the same time, I don't know what it is about this chapter. It just doesn't really sit well. It feels like not any locations really, not a lot of locations change, and I don't know. I just don't really like this chapter's map, honestly. And I generally do miss Chapter Two's and Chapter Four's map, even though those two are wildly hated in the community. And I gotta say, that's like another video. Like, honestly, I respect people's opinions on things, but that is another video on how overhated Chapter 4 is for what we got. Anyways, that's probably a video for another time. But yeah, just the map is just, to me, it's just, ugh, it's weird. A very prime example is we're in chapter 5, season 4 right now, and we still have the locations from like chapter 5, season 2, which are the like gods locations. And just have like if the zone goes somewhere that's not like new locations, it just feels like you're playing those older seasons again, and it's just so yeah, and just dealing with the freaking ghost skull things and just everybody dashing around in final circle, it's just not fun at all. So yeah, now enough about the map. It's just not my cup of tea. Let's go to the gameplay, and this season is fun. I will say this. The items are extremely fun, but there's only one item that really infuriates me, and that could just be because of skill issue. But it's the turret. I have not heard a soul talk about that thing. That thing, literally, someone could be behind a shield and you don't have a turret, but they have one. You put up the shield, they pull up the shield. You're just having a stare off, basically. That thing will just be shooting at your shield, depleting its durability, and then staggering you and having time for the other person who's behind their shield to start throwing their shield or swap weapons and kill you because that turret's just hammering on you. Or another thing, just generally spraying you with the other person. It is not fun. And even though it, even though you're probably gonna say in the comments, oh, the turret only does 5 damage. Yeah, that number adds up very quickly as someone's spraying you. But yeah, I genuinely don't like the turret. And then, since we're on the topic of War Machine's arsenal, we have the War Machine's basically arsenal, which is the shooting as well as the missiles. That thing is generally decent. Well, now it's decent. Before it was actually really, really good. And obviously, Fortnite, just like with last season, they decided we're just gonna nerf it and turn it into a piece of shit. And now, generally, it's only generally used for fun because the missiles do barely any damage than it did at the start of the season, and the bullets do barely any damage. So you're only basically using those weapons for fun. Now, one of, if not my favorite items this season, besides another thing, the War Machine's jetpack. It is generally fun. I love the jetpack. I've never been a fan of the OG jetpack, but this jetpack is generally fun. The movement is fun. I enjoy it. Generally, on the topic of movement this season, they cooked. It is honestly so easy to get to A to B super quickly. But yeah, War Machine Jetpack, nothing more to say. It gets you to A to B very quickly and good in fights. So, yeah. And then Cap Shield, I should probably bring it up. Just like the War Machine's Arsenal, it was so goated at the start of the season. And then they just nerfed it to shit. And then they ruined it. And now it's kind of good. I mean, every time I used it, it sucked. But hey, skill issue. But Generally, the shield, it's still, you can still use it pretty good. But honestly, I'd rather pick up the Shuri Claws over it for heavy mobility. Or other things like the Iron Man arsenal, which we will get to in a moment. But yeah, other than that, the shield is it's hit or miss for me. It's not really good and it's not really bad. It's in between. It's a decent item. Then moving on quickly to Shuri's, nothing much to say. It's basically kind of like Wolverine's claws, except different, to say the least. Good for mobility, not really good for fighting unless you're overcharged, and yeah, nothing much else to say about Shuri's claws. They're pretty good actually. I think they're very slept on. They're actually really good mobility tools if you do not have the War Machine's jetpack. Then the recent update we got was the Stark update where we got Iron Man's arsenal, or basically Iron Man's repulsors or fighting kit or something like that. It's a stupid name, and then also his flight part. I forgot what it was called. Iron Man flight boots, whatever they're called. But yeah, those items are legitimately, besides the War Machine's jetpack, those are the most funnest weapons this season, especially when you merge and combo the jetpack with the repulsors. It is so much fun, especially if you know how to use the jetpack right in fights. You can legitimately destroy people in super quickly if they can't aim. But yeah, now the flight boots, they're very fun and great mobility tools and look great. But the problem is they're kind of like the, what's it called? The wings of Icarus from the Myths of Mortal season. Not to say that that's bad. It's just when you're trying to get away from the fight, I'm telling you right now, you don't want to use it because people can shoot you out easily because the launch part takes so long. And even if you get the launch, if they shoot you enough times, they'll knock you out of the sky and you'll basically come falling down to the ground. And then you'll be stuck in an animation where you do a superhero landing, but it's even longer. And basically they can just shoot you while you're just doing a cool pose. That literally is it. Anyways, Iron Man's is cool. The repulsors are very fun, but the boots are they're still fun. Great mobility, but not yeah. Also, I forgot to mention about the repulsors. You can also do the unibeam. I'm sorry, skill issue again. This might be just on me. I can't aim with that thing. I can't aim with that thing. They heavily nerfed the repulsor. Even the unibeam. It used to be so good in Chapter 2, Season 4, and now it's just dimmed down to like 90 damage. I'm honestly saying it's not really worth using unless having fun. Besides that, you're going to end up getting killed because you'll just get locked in the animation, so yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the weapons we have in game, besides the normal ones, which I'll get to very quickly. But other than that, the Marvel weapons so far that we have in the game, they're for the most part fun. Majority of them are just mainly for fun. Some have an overpowered. One has an overpowered combo with another one. But yeah, other than that, the Marvel weapons are very fun. And now to the newly added guns, which were the dual SMGs, the Svinya shotgun, I do not know how to pronounce it, and then the Monarch pistol. I'm going to quickly get to these because this video is already super long. The Monarch pistol is basically like a sniper pistol. It was cool at the start of the season, and I don't really fuck with it right now. I don't really care for it anymore. But and I don't really pick it up anymore. I'd rather pick up a repulsor or an AR. So yeah. Then the Svinya shotgun. Generally, I love these types of shotguns, the lever action, but that gun is just not good in game. Even if you ADS to do more damage, it's still I've gotten killed with that thing more times than I can count. And then when you actually not don't ADS and you hip fire, it shoots faster, but it does less damage. I don't know how that works in realistic standpoint, but yeah, it shoots faster while doing less damage, and that gets me killed even more times. So yeah, generally the only good shotguns in the game right now, at least for me, is Gatekeeper and Hammer Pump, and that's and then there's the dual SMGs, which are really good too, but at the same time, I'd rather pick up the repulsors over those things, so yeah. And besides that, that's pretty much it. I don't really enjoy Chapter 5, but again, if y'all enjoy it, that's what I want y'all to have. I want you to have fun, and if you're having fun in the game, I'm happy. But for me, I'm just not really enjoying it. Am I going to still make videos on it? Absolutely, because there's still funny moments. Because here's the thing, when you're with friends, friends make this game fun. The game itself is not fun, really. The gameplay is fun. Fighting players who are way better than you against skill issue is not very fun. So, yeah. But friends always make it better. Anyways, but that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Just wanted to let y'all know on my personal opinions on this chapter. They are not good, and I honestly cannot wait to go to chapter 2 OG. It is going to be a fun time. I'm going to try and heavily post some funny moments, and especially try and post funny moments. I'm going to have one soon out for another one for this season, and hopefully I can make one in October with more funny moments with the Halloween update. Let's hope it's not shit this year. I am hoping we have some fun items in game. Let's hope we get some good collaborations. I've heard we're getting a Saw collaboration, which, hey, it's not truly my thing. I personally love Jason, Five Nights at Freddy's, Doki Doki Literature Club. That's my jizz. But if you're happy for it, hey, I'm happy for you that you've gotten something in the game that you personally enjoy. It's just not a big thing for me. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry that this video is super long. I just wanted to give an in-depth answer and showing you what I think of this chapter. I should also mention these seasons. Actually, no. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification to never miss a video, especially the funny moments that is going to probably come out soon. I can't give a date. I'll just drop it randomly and hope you enjoy. Yeah. Other than that, I will have questions and probably another video on my channel because it has been a long time. So yeah, and there's probably things you do not know about me that I've said in my community post, which if you want to skip the video I make about what's been happening with me, just go check out my community page. I try to post a lot, but yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I said this again, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, post notifications to see all my new videos. And I'll see you next one, guys. Peace.